Okay, good day to you, Ben. We're gonna continue your lesson in mathematics, and this is a pre-recorded video for your lesson because your mommy asked me if we can try a different approach because she told me that you told her that when we have our online class, sometimes uh, the lessons are lagging, no? Maybe because of my connection here or some other factors. So we're gonna try a different approach. Okay, this time I have pre-recorded your lesson, and let's try if this one works. Okay, so we're gonna have our lesson for today, and that is subtracting mixed number with fraction. I'm not gonna take up much of your time. Let's just have maybe 5 examples. Then after that, I'm gonna give your mommy uh, an activity for you to answer about our lesson for today. Okay. So this time we're gonna subtract mixed number or mixed number with fraction. Okay. So let's have our first example, and that is let's try 35 3/4 35 3/4 minus 1/4. Okay, so we have here similar fraction. Okay, we have a mixed number and a fraction, and the fractions are similar. Okay, so how to answer this? Just uh, subtract the whole numbers and subtract the fraction. So how? So 35, and there's the whole number here. So 35 minus nothing is 35. Now, subtracting similar fraction, the same process, just copy their denominator, which is 4. So, for our answer here, our denominator is 4, and subtract their numerator, which is 3 minus 4, and that is 2. Okay, so we have 35 to 4 for our answer, and every answer must be in their lowest term or in their proper form. Now 2 for here we can still simplify because we can divide them both by 2. Okay, now 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So for our answer here we have 35 and 1/2. Okay, subtracting mixed number with fraction. Now let's have the second example. Okay, now let's have 4 and 1/5, 4 and 1/5 minus 3/5. Okay, 3/5. Now we are subtracting a mixed number, okay, with a fraction, and the fractions are similar, okay, because they have the same denominator. Now the same process to answer this, okay, just subtract the whole numbers and subtract the fraction, okay. So to answer this, let's subtract first the whole number. 4 minus nothing, because there's no whole number here. So for our whole number, there is 4. Okay. Now notice, if we're gonna answer this, copy the denominator, which is 5. Now, Notice for our numerator here, we have 1 here and 3. Okay? Now, how can we subtract them? Because 1 minus 3 is cannot be. Okay? Because we cannot subtract 1 to 3. Okay? Because 1 is lesser than 3. So how do we answer this? Okay? By borrowing 1. Okay? We're gonna borrow 1 from 4. Okay? We're gonna borrow 1 from 4 in fraction form. Okay? How? Now, if we're gonna borrow 1 from 4, so 4 minus 1, that's 3. Okay? So our whole number now is 3. Now, in fraction form, okay? Now, uh, 1/5 here is gonna borrow 1 from 4 here. Now, how? In fraction form, by copying the denominator, which is 5. Okay? 5. And to make this 1, we must need 5 also for our numerator. Okay? Because 5 over 5 is 1. Okay? So this is 1. Now, plus 1/5. Okay? 1/5. So, where do we get 5 over 5 here? From 4. Because 1/5 here borrowed 1 from 4 in fraction form, which is 5 over 5. So this is 1. Now, let's add 1/5 from 5 over 5, adding similar fraction. Let's copy their numerator, which is 5, and add their, copy their denominator and add their numerator, which is 5 plus 1 equals 6. So it becomes 6 over 5. Okay? So 1/5 here becomes 6 over 5 because we borrowed 1 from 4. And because we borrowed 1 from 4, 4 became 3. Okay? Now we can subtract now. 6 over 5 minus 3/5. Okay? 3/5. So it becomes, copy their denominator, which is 5, and subtract their numerator, which is 6 minus 3 is 3. So for our answer here is 3 and 3/5. Okay? So that's how you subtract mixed number with fraction. Now, there is another way, okay, to answer this. How? By changing mixed number into improper fraction. Okay? Okay? Let's just copy here for our answer, which is 3 and 3/5. Okay? Now let's use the other method in answering this. How? Okay? By changing this mixed number into improper fraction. Okay? How? By multiplying and adding. Okay? We multiply 5 to 4 and add 1 each numerator. Okay? Multiply the denominator to its whole number and add the numerator. So let's try. Now 5 times 4 is 20. Now 20 plus 1 is 21. That would be our numerator. And our denominator is the same. Okay? We have the same denominator, which is 5. Now we have 21 over 5. We change this mixed number into improper fraction. Okay. Now, therefore, we can now subtract. Okay. Repeat. 21. Okay. 21 over 5 minus 3/5. How to answer that? Subtracting similar fraction, just copy their denominator, which is 5, and subtract their numerator. 21 minus 3 is 18. Okay, it becomes 18. Okay, but 18 n over 5 here is an improper fraction. Okay, so our answer must be in their proper fraction. So we change 18 over 5 here into proper fraction. How? By dividing the numerator to its denominator, it becomes 18 divided by 5. Okay? So, how many 5 are there in 18? That's 3, right? 3. Because 3 times 5 is 15. And we have 3 for its remaining number. Okay? Because 5 plus 3 is 18. So, there are 3 5 in an 18, and we have a remainder 3. Okay? And for our denominator, it's 5. So, our answer here is 3 and 3/5. Okay? The same for our answer here, right? That's 3 and 3/5. The same answer using different method. Okay? That's gonna show you the different way to answer this. Okay? Let's change the mixed number into improper fraction. Okay? So that's for our third example. Let's have for our fourth example. Okay? Let's have 6 and 3/4. 6 and 3/4 minus 1/4. Okay, 1/4. Okay, subtracting mixed number with fraction. Now just subtract the whole numbers and subtract the fraction. We are dealing here similar fractions. Okay, now 6. Let's answer this. 6 minus nothing is 6. Okay, now just copy their denominator, which is 4, and subtract their numerator, which is 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, so it becomes 6 and 2/4. So 2/4 here, you can simplify. You can still simplify because you can divide them both by 2. Okay, now 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So it becomes 1/2. So therefore, our answer here is 6 and 1/2. Okay, for our final answer. Okay, let's have last example to wrap our lesson for today then. Okay, let's have 478. 478 minus 58. Okay, 58 plus. Okay, the same. Subtracting mixed number with fraction, and the fractions are similar. Okay, now to answer, subtract the whole number first, then subtract the fraction. Now let's answer 4 minus nothing, because there's no whole number here, so it becomes 4. Okay. Now for our denominator, let's copy 8. 8 here, 8 here. So 8 here also. And subtract their numerator, which is 7 minus 5. That's 2. Okay. So 4 into 8. Now 2, 8 here, we can still simplify because we can divide them both by 2. Okay. Now let's divide. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 4 is lowest term, that's 1/4. So our answer here, for our final answer here is 4 and 1/4. Okay? Because we simplify 2 8 here. Okay? So that's how you subtract mixed number with fraction. Just subtract the whole number first, then subtract the fraction. Okay? So that's it for today. See you for our next lesson then. Thank you.